If you clicked on this video, you're probably trying to learn Cypher. If you clicked on this video, you're probably trying to learn a little bit more about Valorant. This is Cypher in 10, and in this video, we will be looking at how to play Cypher, a few basics, and a few advanced tips and tricks. To start, we are going to take a look at Cypher's 3 basic abilities and his ultimate. Cypher's trapwire costs $200 and you can hold up to 2 in your inventory. Cypher's trapwire is able to be placed between 2 surfaces, and anyone that walks over them will be revealed to you in a wall hack-like manner. And when I say wall hack-like manner, it's literally just wall hacks if you haven't already seen what trapwire does. Trapwire is honestly one of the best abilities in the game, if not the best, because of the wall hack it gives you. And honestly, it wouldn't be that strong if most walls in the game weren't actually wall bangable. However, if you've actually seen any gameplay of Valorant, you can pretty much tell how easy it is to wall bang someone in this game. The gameplay in the background that you will see will showcase a few of these wall bang trapwire plays, and it's honestly one of my favorite cheese moves to do with Cypher. It just allows you to pretty much get a free pick right off the bat without actually even having to show yourself. And the best thing about this is the fact that most people actually don't see it coming unless you try doing it too many times. However, you can always go ahead and go around different corners, different angles, and just hold those angles until you're able to get a trapwire kill. It's definitely the most efficient ability in his kit. You definitely want to take advantage of this every time you can. You can definitely get very creative with these trapwire wall bangs. As you can see in the background, there are a couple of clips I use on bind and split, and you're able to see what kind of plays I am able to make with these. His trapwire also goes in hand with his cyber cage, and this is his other ability that costs $100 to buy, and you can also store 2 in your inventory. Cyber cage allows you to place down a small trap on the ground that you can detonate. Once detonated, it will pretty much act as a smoke, except for the fact that anyone that tries crossing through it will also be slowed. Trapwire comes in handy with Cyber Cage for multiple reasons. The main reason is using a Cyber Cage combined with a trapwire will allow you to walk into the enemy's field of vision while you have a trapwire detonated onto an enemy. This pretty much gives you wall hacks once again without them being able to see you, except for the fact that you don't actually have to wallbang them in this scenario. Not having a wallbang an enemy with a Cyber Cage active allows you to do more damage to the enemy as you're not actually shooting through a wall. This is effective during pistol rounds, eco rounds, and save rounds, where you don't actually have a gun with high penetration, such as a Vandal. Cypher's signature ability is his camera. Cypher starts with his camera every round, and he is able to place it on any surface, and it will give him vision of his surroundings. Shooting while using the camera will send out a tracking dart. If it hits enemies, he will gain vision of them until they remove it. Hitting someone with a tracking dart is very effective, as it also basically gives you a wall hack. It is not as strong of a wall hack as his trapwire, however, it is also very useful to see if they are rotating either to the left or to the right, if they're backing up, if they're going for a rush, etc. The reason his camera is also so good is it doesn't just provide vision of his surroundings, but also an audio cue. Placing the camera on any surface will also give Cypher sound as if he were standing there. This is very effective, as if you place your camera down, you will be able to hear whether they are rushing in or whether there is no one there. This is very effective for when you want to keep your camera hidden from the enemy so it doesn't get shot down, yet you still want to give your team valuable information as to where the bomb is headed. Cypher's camera, after being deployed, turns invisible after a short period of time. Enemies can still shoot this camera, however, if it is shot, Cypher will start recharging his signature ability, and after 30 seconds he will have another camera ready to use. Cypher's ultimate, Neural Theft, allows him to gain vision of the entire enemy team. However, he needs to use it on a dead body first. He also loses his hat, and he ends up looking really weird. However, that is only a minor drawback, because this ability can give you so much information, and it is so useful for clutch situations as well as economy rounds where you want to stack a sight. His ultimate is definitely a game changer whenever it is used. All that really needs to be said about this ultimate is that it is one of the strongest abilities in the game, and that if you use it, you will be able to provide a lot of information to your team. However, you also need to get a kill on someone or have your team kill someone, so there's also a few tricks that you can use to just get an early pick on Cypher. I will now begin to discuss a few tips and tricks you can use with Cypher to start winning more rounds and to start playing better. These tips include wallbang spots, how to use your camera more efficiently, using your cyber cage effectively, and retaking sites and defending sites. I will now begin to explain some of the clips going on in the background, and this will pretty much give you a good idea as to how Cypher actually plays in-game. And once again, just to reiterate,
Cypher's trapwire is great for holding off advances, and it is also great for getting vision on the enemy team if they cross over it. This allows for some very easy entry kills, easy way to turn a 5v5 push into a 5v4 push. His cyber cage is great at denying vision of the enemy team. It's also great for pairing with your trapwire, so you can get a few easy kills while they are slowed by your trapwire and revealed. And it is also great for retaking a site. Cypher's camera is the best at getting information. There are very many spots that people have not found yet that I guarantee you, once the game actually comes out and has more maps, people will actually be finding insane spots for cameras. Currently, there are new camera spots being discovered every day, and they will continue to just get more and more impressive. Cameras are great for any type of information, finding out how many people are on a site, whether a site is being pushed or not, and Cypher's ult is also great for finding vision on the whole enemy team, providing information for your team, as well as helping you find out which site you should take the bomb to. Now, in most of these background clips, you will actually see that I'm lurking on Cypher when we're playing offense, and playing and holding angles, and holding close angles when I'm playing defense. I believe that this is the best way to play Cypher when you're playing offense, because it helps you get information for your team while you're also watching the flank. The great thing about Cypher's abilities is it really helps him become a great lurker, because he is actually able to know where they're coming from and where they're flanking from exactly before the enemy team even has a chance to show up, while also providing your team information on the site they're pushing. This basically makes Cypher able to be two places at once. Now, in this current clip, you can actually see how I used my ultimate to find out where the last two people on the enemy team were. This information was provided to my teammates over voice chat, and they can easily go ahead and turn around and stop them from actually even pushing the site. This following clip showcases the cyber cage and how it basically can act as a smoke for you to easily push mid without being seen by the enemy team. Once again, I do use ulti to find out where the last person is, as my teammate is low on health. Knowing that he's low on health will actually help my teammate hold the angle so that he does not have to actually go out and push. He sadly still ended up dying, but you know, whatever. And pretty much these next few clips that you're just going to continue to see are me using my ulti to pretty much find out where people are on site. However, this is also the cyber cage retake I was talking about. So having a cyber cage out pretty much allows you to walk onto the site for free and place a camera there, and this will give you information on which corners are being cleared or not, and it will also just help you get information without actually having to expose yourself. We did sadly still end up losing this round. However, you can actually see how useful this might be in certain scenarios, and it is honestly my favorite way of retaking a site whenever I'm playing Cypher. So as you can see, to do this, you first want to actually throw your cyber cage out onto the entrance where people will usually be watching. You actually want to wait a little bit before actually stepping into your cage, just in case they try spraying through it. But once that cyber cage is down, you can walk out, place a camera on any surface that you might not be able to actually place a camera on if you were still inside. And then you want to actually just use your camera, scout around really quickly before it actually gets shot, and see if there's any cheesy corners that people are playing. As you can see, I wasn't able to see everything on site. However, it did give me a good idea of what was clear and what I actually had to look at. And as you can also see in the following clips, I do use my ulti pretty much whenever I have it available. And the reason is, Cypher isn't really one of those people that you want to save your ulti for a certain scenario. Pretty much as soon as I have it up, I will always pretty much use it, unless we have a very big numbers advantage. However, usually if it's a 2v4, 3v4, 4v4, I will tend to use it. The reason being, with Cypher, you can get so many good picks once your ultimate is active that you can actually pretty much get your ultimate recharged if you play your cards right. As you can see, defending a site with Cypher is pretty easy. What you want to do is take site, and you want to use your camera to watch one angle, place a trapwire on another angle, and you also want to place a cyber cage to block any vision. Using those three abilities, you're pretty much able to be a one-man surveillance network, as he is called. Having this much information can actually help you solo hold the site for many reasons. You have so many abilities on Cypher that allows you to slow the enemies down before they actually get to site. So that's what's awesome about Cypher. You can pretty much hold a site on your own, and if you get information that the enemy team is rushing it, you can pretty much make sure your teammates get a fast rotate. To conclude this short video, I just want to reiterate how great Cypher is at defending and pushing sites. He's such a good lurker on offense, and he's such a good angle holder on defense that if you're able to get good at Cypher, you can pretty much solo hold a site whenever you need, and your teammates can stack a site if they need to. This is great on Haven, where there's actually 3 sites, and you actually don't really know where they're going to push. Being able to hold a site alone on Cypher allows your team to have a more even split between B and C, A and C, or A and B. With Cypher's camera, you pretty much have an additional person on your team. I know that these tips might not be that advanced to some Cypher mains already, however, this is aimed towards people who might not have gotten the chance to try out the closed beta yet. The goal here would be for people to watch this video or be able to look back at it as soon as they get the closed beta and try to have a head start on the others who might not really understand quite how to play Cypher yet or how to play against him. Depending on the feedback on this video, I would definitely like to make a more advanced Cypher tricks video where we show some more advanced camera spots and we can actually try to find out what great camera spots we can actually find as soon as a new map is released. However, I would also like to try and make this a recurring series with different agents so that people who have not necessarily been able to try out the closed beta are able to get a good understanding of a video where it showcases tips and tricks, basics, and a few clips as well on how a agent is played in a real game. All of this gameplay was captured from my stream. I do stream on Twitch, so if you guys are interested in watching a bit more Valorant gameplay, you can always go ahead and give me a follow there, and the link will be in the description. And as Ranked comes out, I would definitely like to see how much more difficult it is to play Cypher at the higher levels, and in Ranked in general. However, for now, I do hope that you guys were at least able to get something out of this video, whether that be a new camera spot, maybe you didn't know that the walls were that easy to wall bang, or maybe you just didn't know how any of his abilities worked. I do hope that someone is able to, get better off of this video, and you guys can hopefully get a better understanding of Valorant in general. And maybe you guys will try out Cypher. Who knows? You guys might be the next best Cypher main for all I know. I definitely won't be a good Cypher main because, I don't know. I just kind of don't really like his playstyle too much. He's my favorite agent at the moment, but I can definitely see how I would get bored of just staring at a camera. I do like to be a little bit more aggressive, so, yeah, I don't know how long I'll be a Cypher main for, pretty much. Pretty much, we'll go ahead and leave this video. There is a few more minutes left of a couple of clips here and there. You can pretty much just keep watching that. There will be a few clips of wallbang spots, just pretty much me popping off, Don't actually know if the people I was playing against were that good, but in my head, I want to build up my ego, so I do think they were pretty good. Anyways, this has been Cypher in 10, even though it was kind of a 12-minute long video, but hey, I got the entire video in the 10 minutes. These last 2 minutes are just kind of a short commentary to wrap up the video. So I hope you guys have a good day. What do people end off YouTube videos with these days? Subscribe, follow, I don't know. Do whatever you guys want. Only thing I really want for this video is some feedback, and if you guys actually like this kind of format for a video, why not just go ahead and suggest which agent I should go ahead and do a video for next. Goodbye.